Hello everyone. In this recording, I'm going to demo the step-by-step importing a external file under the SAC, perform a field transformation so we can use it for story building later. We start from click on the CSV or Excel. If you have a real data set or database, you need to start from the other icon. So go back here and select your data source. And you should have the same one Dr. Desai sent to you, this global bike analytics data Excel file. So click on open and confirm the worksheet. If you have multiple worksheets in the Excel, confirm which one you want to import. Also use the default. The first row already have the headers to import. And the name of the data set and where you want to save it. So I probably put this is class demo and put the date, so in November 14, 2023. And you can put it under a existing folder of yourself or just under the main directory, but be careful not under the public or samples. And I will add it to my the other folder I already created. So it takes a while to finish the import if you have a large data set. In this data set, we almost have 200,000 rows. So it takes 2 or 3 minutes to finish this. Almost there. They show you some of the sample rows, like 2000 something, and then just confirm. We'll initially see the imported result. They have a panel open showing you how the system define all of the columns, either as mirrors or as dimensions. For the mirrors, normally they are numerical values and you can perform numeric operations that create more calculation formulas or some other operations. For descriptive variables, they are normally dimensions. Sometimes you probably need to change the category depending on your analysis need. What we have here is this year, month, and day. The 3 columns, they imported as numerical matters. I want to create a combined column as date so we can use it for time series of analysis later. But the new SAC is you couldn't combine or concatenate the columns if they are defined as matters. So now first I need to convert these 3 columns into dimensions and then combine them. So for this conversion, I need to open this detail like use the data set overview, because that's the way you give you the option to convert between measures and dimensions. And also you can delete some of the columns you don't need, change the aggregation type for numerical values. So for example, when you have aggregation operations later, the default is total or count, minimum or maximum, but you can change it anytime later. And you also can rename the column from here. I'm going to convert right now year, month, and day are numerical values. And I need to convert them to dimension. Okay, each of them. So month, dimension, and the customer dimension, and then the day to dimension. Then scroll down to the bottom of the dimensions, we see the three new variables. There's one more thing we need to do before you can combine them. Because right now, even we converted them into dimension, in the data sheets, they still show they are like numerical values. So click each of them. I'm going to do the let me see. Why is getting back to? Yeah, it's getting back. So let me redo this. So we convert it to dimension. And then the month. Don't know why it didn't save. Oh, so the month is here. Okay. So for the year, if you click on the details, I need to change the data type. Even now in the dimension, I need to change the data type from the integer to string. And then it will become a string, a text variable. We can do the concatenation later. Then go back to the datasheets view and do the same thing for the day and month. But click on the detail, this one. So change to integer to string. And then finally back to the month. Oh, here the model, this one. Integer to string. So now we can see all of the three columns are converted to strings, and now we can do the combination. So highlight all of the three columns, and then click on this transformation icon, all one on the actions. And if I click on here, it's icon. So click on this, then I will create my own, like I'm not using the space or using the semicolons. Okay, I'm going to use a backslash. So you can choose your own combination symbols and concatenate. And it's showing you the concatenation structure. Okay, they put all of the three variables together, but how we can separate them? I'm going to choose a slash. So no space between and after that. And then, so confirm the transformation. And now you can see this concatenated column is created. Okay, so we can use it later. But right now the data type is a string. For string is like you couldn't really perform like a time series of studies. So I need to convert it to a date variable. Only data variable is permitted for conduct the time series of studies. So click on this, so highlight this variable, the new variable we created. And right now you can see the data type is string. Let's change to a date variable. And just use the default format. And then I want to change the name of the column, okay, from this combination, it's just the call date. And once I finish this and this column, so this transformation is done. The first transformation, create a concatenated column, okay, for the date. Then the next two transformations, I'm going to add two hierarchies, like it means the structure for some of the variables. And also, so we can drill down to different granular layers in the story building. For creating a hierarchy, we can start from here. So you can see that's, if you click on that, level-based hierarchy. So you can click on this. And it's asking you, because we may have more than one hierarchy structures, so give a reasonable name. The first one, I'm using a customer hierarchy, okay, customer and the related properties. Then select the related dimensions, okay, like the different layers under this dimension. So if you choose on the selected dimension and following the order in the handouts, so first I'm going to use the, I believe, let me double confirm. So customer, sales org, and country. So be careful, okay, when you select the orders. So first the customer, and then second layer is the sales organization, then finally the country. So 3 layers. And if you like, you can add more, but for our purpose, I will just stop here. And once you select the layer of your customer hierarchy, I'm going to click OK. It's like save the change, save the transformation. And you don't see anything changed from here, but inside your data sets, so there is a structure built. Once we get into the story, when you click, when you use the customer as the analysis variables, you can drill down to the hierarchy levels. So that's the first one. And then now let's create another one. Product hierarchy. And that will give you a description for the product related to the descriptions. Also, let me confirm the product. We have product, category description, and the division. The first layer is the product. And second layer is the category description. And then finally, the divisions. Actually, when the system reads the dimensions, they are going to backwards, right? So division, category, then product. But when you create, we are starting from the lowest, okay, lowest, and then back to the general. So, okay. And now it's created. And you can tell from like the overview of the data, right? So you have 2 hierarchies, product hierarchy and customer hierarchy. So that's the second transformation. Finally, I will add some geo-enrichment factors to the customer variable. So we can have a customer location related to the sales. We can add mapping analysis later. And for this one, I believe you can start from the actions under the geo-enrichment using the coordinates. Basically, your latitude and the longitude we already have in the data sets. And this name I will just call customer location. Okay, so you know, so So you need to have a geo-enriched variable in the data sets to add some like the visualization for mapping analysis, and just leave the latitude and the longitude as default. And click on OK. And you got this kind of like 3 new columns, right? So related to this new customer location variable and the related latitude and longitude, depending on they already read automatically from your data sets. There are many other things you can continue to transform and refine the data we have here. But for our practice purpose, I'm going to stop because that's pretty enough for us to create stories later. So after you finish the transformation, you can check the transformation log. They didn't really track the hierarchies, but they do show the concatenation we have done for the 3 columns. And that's the log for all of the transformations you have done, because sometimes you may do lots of the transformations. And then after you made all of the change, and remember to save your data before you exit. Okay, save, we already name it, so this will be saved to the data set. And they give you some auto correction. The hierarchies need to be dimensions, right? So that all string types, they already did the conversion for us. Have none and replace them, okay, with the non-line, so saved. Yeah, they are automatic validating the data sets, okay, before they save it. And for some small like this type of system things, okay, they will do some minor correction and save the data. So now this data set is ready to be used for story building and other analysis. And in the next video, we are going to start on creating a story like a presentation, analysis, visualizations using the data sets we imported and transformed from here.